Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My camera is wonky. I apologise about that. Hello, my name is Soph if you're new here. On this channel we talk about all things, but I haven't really uploaded in a while and I am very sorry about that. Also, excuse my hair, my face, pretty much everything because I'm going through some things and life is a bit hectic at the moment. I'm doing like 14-hour shifts, then having a day off and then doing another 14-hour shift. So like obviously today I'm on day off and I'm so tired and there is nothing I wanted to do less than put a full face of makeup on. So I put some stuff in my eyes to try and make me not look dead anymore, and here I am. I will apologise for the lack of videos lately. I have had my February Fairy Loot and Illumicray all filmed for you guys. I just never got around to editing and uploading it, so at this point they are still not uploaded. It is March 23rd, so I apologise, but I will probably edit them today and then they will go up. So this one will be a bit later, but that's fine because of what this video is going to be. Today's video is going to be my March TBR. Now normally when I film these I just pick the books that I want to read and they tend to typically be my newest books, which is a very bad like toxic habit that I have. So I wanted a way to basically force myself to read other things. Obviously every book on my bookshelf I have brought at some point because I thought it sounded interesting. It's something that I wanted to read, so there was no reason why I should be avoiding any of my books. However, I do typically tend to lean towards my newer books, which means there's books that I brought back when I first started YouTube and started getting back into reading again and like rediscovering my love for reading that I have not read. So I've had them for a year and I have not read them, and there's some like literally right here on this trolley, and yeah, so I just wanted a way that would make me read random books. And honestly I was gonna write down every name of the books that I have not read, put them on little bits of paper, rip them all up, put them in like a bowl or a tin or something like that, pick them out, and that was gonna be my TBR. But instead my very good friend Annie, so thank you Annie if you are watching this, I doubt you are, but shout out to you if you are. She is like a queen of spreadsheets through like her work, and she had a spreadsheet with a formula that like randomized a meal for her. That's how she planned her weekly meals or whatever, and she changed it to work for books. So now I have a Google spreadsheet that every time I open it it'll tell me what book to read. So that is what I'm gonna do for my TBR. I'm gonna do 5 because I don't think I've ever read more than 5 books in a month, so that's kind of like my average. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. I will pull up the sheet really quickly. So literally what I did was I wrote down literally every book that I own I haven't read is on this list. There are some sequels and stuff, so like for the Mistborn series I have put all 3 books on there I think, and for the Caraval series I have also put all 3 books on there, but I will not be reading like the 3rd book if that's the one that comes up, if that makes sense, because I haven't read the first. So basically the only way I'm allowed to skip a book is if it's a sequel to one that I have not read. So you probably can't really see, but these are all the books that I need to read. There is about 101 and I'm pretty sure I've just spotted some books on Connor's bookshelf that are mine that I haven't even put on here. So yeah, and the other ones that aren't on here, or if they are on here I will be skipping them, is ones that I know that I will probably be buddy reading, so obviously I'm not gonna read them. I think the Dark Shades of Magic trilogy, that's going to be a buddy read. Caraval is technically a buddy read, and so is the Midnight Library. So if any of those are on here then I will not be reading them this month. So I've opened it, so I'm literally gonna slide across here, and whatever book that is, which is Gone Girl, that is on my TBR. So the first book is Gone Girl. I'm actually really glad that this came up because I have wanted to read this since Chloe from Books with Chloe did her reading vlog on it, and her reactions honestly killed me and literally made me want to get the book. I've spoken about this before. This is a charity shop find, so I got it for like £1.50, and it is unfortunately the movie art cover, and the synopsis just says, "Who are you? What have you done to each other?" These are the questions Nick Dunn finds himself asking on the morning of his 5th wedding anniversary when his wife Amy suddenly disappears. The police suspect Nick. Amy's friends reveal that she was afraid of him, that she kept secrets from him. He swears it isn't true. A police examination of his computer shows strange searches. He says they weren't made by him, and then there are the persistent calls on his mobile phone. So what did happen to Nick's beautiful wife? I absolutely love the film of Gone Girl, like, so much. So I am very, very intrigued as to how like the book plays out in comparison to the film. But yeah, I'm hoping it's a good time. I think I'm gonna love it. I really hope that I'm gonna love it. That's book number 1. So I literally just come out, go back in, and this one is the Iron Raven. However, I have recently discovered that I think this is a book that's like in the middle. Yeah, so the Iron Raven is the first of a continuation trilogy set in the world of the Iron Fae. And so now I don't know if I need to read the Iron Fae books first. Okay, right, I'm going to leave Iron Raven out because I'm a bit confused on the reading order of the Iron Fae series, and I know that Iron Raven focuses on one of the characters from Iron Fae. Yeah, I didn't know that at the time when I bought it. But I think I'm going to skip that one just because I don't want to ruin like the series as a whole for myself. So we're going to go back in. And the next book is In the Ravenous Dark, which I have here. Definitely not the vibes that I thought I was going to be going for this month, because this is definitely like Halloween vibes. However, this is In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland, and it just says on the back, she loves a princess, she's bound to a warrior, and she must betray them both. And then the synopsis says, power never dies and neither does desire. In Thernopolis, magic is rare and closely controlled. Those blessed or cursed with power are put under constant guard, assigned to undead spirits who watch their every move. Ever since her father died to save her from this fate, Raven has kept her magic a closely guarded secret, until an accident exposes her powers for the world to see and her tenuous freedom comes crashing to an end. Brought to the royal palace against her will and thrust into a maelstrom of intrigue and deception, Raven is drawn to 2 people she cannot fully trust. Lydia, a beguiling and rebellious princess struggling against her own destiny, and Ivralos, the handsome powerful spirit she has been bound to, who can control Raven, body and soul. Together they uncover a terrible secret that could destroy everyone in Thernopolis, the living and the dead. To save them, Raven will have to start a rebellion in both the mortal world and the underworld, and find a way to trust the princess and the undead spirit vying for her heart if she doesn't betray them first. I think that sounds really, really interesting. Honestly, the chapters seem quite short too. It's not really that big of a book, to be honest, so I think I might be able to crack it this month. But yeah, this is definitely one that I would more lean towards in like October time, because it's like spooky, undead vibes. But yeah, I haven't really heard much about this. I know that one of the book subscription boxes did like a special edition, so it's obviously like kind of a well-known book, but yeah, I'm interested. I am very intrigued. Can't do Wicked King because I haven't read Cruel Prince. Fire with Fire. Ah, see, this one is interesting because I was considering doing a vlog where, or like a series of videos where my whole TBR is just my special editions from like Fairy Loot and Illumicrate, so that I can like unhaul the ones that I don't like or ones that I don't really have an interest in. This one, however, I have been interested in since I got it, but I don't know why, but I seem to avoid my special editions. Like, I don't really understand why, but this is Fire with Fire by Destiny Soria. It is a Fairy Loot exclusive edition. It's got yellow sprayed edges and exclusive cover. It's got embossing and it's got a lovely artwork on the back. If I remember correctly, this is about, actually, to be right, before I get into what the book's about, this book should suit my current like needs, because I've had this like big desire to read books about dragons, because I literally love dragons. I don't even know why. Like, I think they're beautiful, I think they're like just so fun, and I just really wanted to read about them. And this is basically about I think this is in a world where like dragons are like the enemy, but there's a girl who like bonds with one, I think. On the back it says, I didn't choose you and you didn't choose me, but we have each other now, always. And the synopsis says, what if the story we've been told about dragons is wrong? Danny and Eden were born to kill dragons, but that's the only thing the sisters have in common. For Danny, dragon slaying takes a backseat to everyday high school and life. For Eden, slaying is her life, yet they both agree on one thing. Where dragons are concerned, it's kill or be killed. That is, until Danny actually meets a dragon and ends up forging a rare and magical soul bond with him. As they grow closer, she begins to question everything she thought she knew. Suddenly, the one thing Eden and Danny always agreed on is the one thing that could tear their world apart. With Danny lost to the wrong side, Eden knows she will have to risk everything to bring her sister back from the edge, even turning to the mysterious and alluring sorcerers for help. Now, on opposite ends of an impending war, the sisters will do whatever it takes to save the other. But the two are playing with magic that is more dangerous than they can imagine, and there is another, more powerful enemy waiting for them both in the shadows. Lots of dragon action, lots of like sisterly war. I just think this book sounds like such a fun time. I honestly wanted to read it when I first got it, but I must have been reading something else that like took over my life. But yeah, I think this sounds really, really good, and I'm hoping it's a like high star rating. And honestly, the writing's quite big, so I feel like I could get through it quite far. Let's see what number 4 is. Discovery of Witches. Oh no. As much as I've actually been wanting to read this lately, I was hoping this wasn't gonna come up, because this is a chunky book. Chunky. Like over 600 pages chunky. Just under 700 pages chunky. But I did want to read it because there is a TV series out and I did want to watch it, but I wanted to read the book first. But this is a Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. It's a very well-known book within BookTube, I think. But the back just says, a world of witches, demons and vampires, a manuscript which holds the secrets of their past and the key to their future. Diana and Matthew, the forbidden love and at the heart of it. And that's literally all it says. But I think it's meant to be about a witch who like doesn't want to accept that she's a witch or something like that. I don't know. But I'm all for the witchy vibes. Again, another book that I definitely would have chose more around October time. But maybe this is the world telling me that I need to read something different, because I've been like heavy on the fantasy side lately. Like I'm about to start Throne of Glass, so yeah, I'm excited. I am excited for this one. I did want to read this one. So, and Jodie from Vanilla Moon loves this book, and I seem to have quite similar like tastes in books to her. So we are on our last one, and I hope it is a short one, because these are some chunky. Oh no. No, if you know, you know. Again, totally not what I wanted to see. As much as I want to read this book, I did not want it to be on this TBR. So, our final pick for April TBR is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maheran. Again, this has been a very hit or miss book within like the book community. Some people really love it, some people really hate it. I personally think that I will love it. I believe it's about, yeah, so the back basically says, bound as one to love, honour or burn. A witch and a witch hunter thrust into holy matrimony. There was only one way such a story could end. A stake and a match. So, I have actually, I think, already had this in my TBR before and didn't get around to it. But this is a chunky book. And I do have the sequel to it as well. This is 513 pages. I literally cannot do that to myself. But we will see. We will see. But yeah, it's basically about a forbidden love. So like a witch and a witch hunter. I think it's like enemies to lovers, because obviously he's a witch hunter. So he should be hunting her. Then they get bound to each other, and yeah, the love story goes on from there. I do have Blood and Honey as well, but I do not own Gods and Monsters yet, because as far as I'm aware, it's not come out in paperback. And I've got the other two in paperback, so I'm not going to buy the hardback. This is actually one that I've had for quite a long time. I did not want another chunky one on my TBR. Wish me luck. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to see what the next one would have been. A Curse So Dark and Lonely. Oh, I wanted to read that one, and that one's like a smaller one. Right, so this is our hefty TBR. I think if I get to a point where I'm out of this reading slump and I'm reading more than 5 books a month, I will start adding them. However, this is this month's TBR, and honestly, it terrifies me. I am scared for my life. This is a lot of reading for April, so wish me luck. Honestly, these two hardbacks, normally hardbacks are the ones that scare me, but these two hardbacks are the ones that I'm leaning towards most because of how short they are. Wish me luck. I'm terrified. If you have read any of these books, please let me know what your thoughts were and what you liked or loved. Let me know what's on your TBR for April. I can't believe that I went through the whole of March and pretty much February without reading like hardly anything. I still haven't read House of Sky and Breath, guys. I don't know why. Honestly, I have no idea. So I'm gonna wrap up this video, edit some previous videos, and then get started on Throne of Glass because I've only got a week to finish that before this hefty pile gets started. I'd like to try and start it as soon as the month starts so that I don't fall behind in any way, shape or form. So yeah, I cannot believe that this is my TBR. I am genuinely terrified. Out of all the books that I could have chosen, it gave me 3 chunky paperbacks and 2 medium-sized hardbacks. 2 books are very October style. Like, I would have chosen them for my Halloween vibes, but it is what it is. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up because it really helps, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. We love having new friends here. If you are a booktube person and you want to do like sprints or like buddy reads with me, literally just hit me up on like Twitter or Instagram or whatever, because I want more booktube friends that read like similar things to me. So yeah, that is it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully it won't be such a wait this time. Bye!